Gone for a slide whistle this time. Yesterday I made all of those whistles different sizes just to try out how all the tones changed with the different lengths of the barrel. So today I'm going to take these pieces of oak and create a sliding whistle. I'm still going to go for a 10mm hole down the centre. Because of that, the plunger itself has got to be just under 10mm as well for what goes inside. And so it doesn't pop out the bottom, you therefore need a spindle which is under 10mm. So I'm going to probably do that around about 7mm. I need to flip this around in the chuck both ways. One to drill the 10mm hole, another one to drill a smaller hole for the plunge to go in. So I'll start off by truing this up, creating a large tenon on the end so I can sink it right down into my jaws for extra stability. Drill the smaller hole to start with in the bottom, and then I can turn it around and then drill the 10mm hole from the top. What I've ended up here with now is I drilled a 7.5mm hole from the bottom and it came up to somewhere around about there. The 10mm drill bit I then drilled down, measured to go past that 7.5mm bit by about 10mm. At the moment the barrel on this is about 20mm, so there's plenty of meat on the edge here at the moment. And it was handy having to chop that piece off on the end here, because I can now put that back into the chuck on that tenon and I can create the fipple from this piece to go inside. The exit point for the air there about 20mm. So at the moment here where I want the cut, then rest this on my hand. So I can see there now I have barely broken through this. And you can carry on with the saw, or you can nibble away at these with a chisel. So I'm going to go down a little bit further. Which is about the right distance there. So I'm just going to use a chisel to slowly take away the wood. Now hopefully you can see that we've got a fairly small hole, and I will just clean that up a little bit with the files I've got. So the next job is to create a fipple to go in there, and then the plunger. Got the fibble created. As you can see there, it really is a small gap. If I cover up that exit hole there, so the air is only just coming out of the proper exit hole here, we do get that high pitched sound which I found with the longer whistles. So hopefully now I'm going to create the plunger which will fit in there, and we will then get that different tonal range. Got the plunger made. This slides certainly from that way all the way down. However, when you do put it in, because the length of this and the hole is slightly off a bit, which will change when I do part off the bottom here, I can plump that down. Do have to push it down a bit. I mean, that's not far off of where it should be anyway, so but we've only got a small bit to try there. As it is, if I stick the fibble back in, and we do get a tonal range now. Next job will be to finish off shaping the whistle and then parting off the bottom here, which then hopefully this slider will come down as far as about there, giving us a lot bigger tonal range, and then I can then finally cut this at the length where I need it and create a handle on the end here. Quite a simple project to do. As you see from the very beginning, totally out of scraps of wood, so this is another really good reason why you leave all those little offcuts on your shelf, because they will get used at some point and they're absolutely ideal for little projects like this. The thing I found was that if you make this chamber too small, which is why I've got the stopper on there for it to go up to about there, is that you don't get any sound that you can hear. Having that plunger there, changing the length of the chamber, totally change all the tonal range of what this produces. Just to finish this one off, I got the Dremel out, created a shape piece so it's just a bit more comfortable to use with the mouth, and just so that you don't go put your lips over to that sort of exit hole on there. It's just nice to create that little bit of bead there, so your lips go, you know automatically how far you should be actually putting your mouth over this piece. So a great fun little project to do. This probably spent about an hour or so out here this morning. Being such small sort of spindle work, it's ideal for the skew. And as you probably see on there, when I start off with my square blank, straight on with the skew to true it up, it's probably quicker than the rough and gouge, and it's always good practice to be using the skew. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next project video. It's good fun to play with.